Manchester United's pursuit for a new left-back takes a surprise twist, and the Amrabat negotiations intensify, with it now looking like a loan with an obligation to buy will be agreed. These are the things we will be discussing on today's video, but before we jump into that, please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. So starting off with the left-back position, obviously we all thought that Marc Cucurella would be announced as the new signing either today or tomorrow on deadline day. Now, there has been a shock twist. David Ornstein from The Athletic has come out in the last couple of minutes saying that Manchester United are now seriously considering signing Tottenham Hotspur's Sergio Reguilon as a new left-back. He goes on to say that United had submitted a proposal to sign Marc Cucurella, but after the Spaniard played for Chelsea in the Carabao Cup win against Wimbledon last night, they are now actively exploring a move for Sergio Reguilon. He goes on to say that a deal for Marc Cucurella remains in play, with United's ultimate decision to be based on footballing and financial reasons amid their ongoing pursuit of Fiorentina midfield Sofyan Amrabat. Now, I just want to say from the off here, okay, Marc Cucurella, in my opinion, is a much better player than Sergio Reguilon, but I do understand where the story's coming from. Obviously, Chelsea reportedly want a £7 million loan fee for Cucurella, and they want us to cover all of his wages, which is £9 million a year. So that deal is going to cost Manchester United somewhere between 15 and 16 million pounds to bring him in for one season, which is a ridiculous amount of money when you think about it. And if we are apparently being told this story of financial fair play and all the rest of it, then spending 16 million pounds on somebody maybe isn't the best amount of money if he's not then going to be your player at the end of it. Now, if you flip that over to Reguilon from Tottenham, the wages for him are about a quarter of what Marc Cucurella would get. So the package deal would probably be around about a quarter of what we would have to pay to get Cucurella. Now, I definitely think Cucurella is a better player, but if it's a case of either getting Cucurella and no Amrabat, or Reguilon and Amrabat, I'm going with Amrabat any day of the week. And that is what David Ornstein is saying here. Obviously, because of their pursuit for Sofyan Amrabat, they're having to maybe save money in other areas, which I know is frustrating. We shouldn't be having this conversation when other clubs like Chelsea spend $1 billion. Why are we scrabbling over a couple of million over a left back on loan? Like, it is ridiculous, but it is what it is, and we are where we are. But do let me know in the comment section, what would you do here? Would you go with Reguilon if it then meant we can get Amrabat, or would you just go for Marc Cucurella and not go for Amrabat? I think for me, as I said, it's 100% get Reguilon and Amrabat. We need Amrabat. So if this is the only way we get Amrabat, then obviously we need to go and do it. He is saying as well that apparently the loan approach for Amrabat was rejected by the Serie A club on Wednesday. Obviously, Fabrizio said something different. I don't know who's right. Obviously, I don't know either of these people, so you can make up your mind on who's telling the lie here. Now, moving over to Amrabat, we've had a story come out in the last couple of minutes from James Ducker, who, of course, reports for The Telegraph, and he is reporting that a deal for Amrabat looks likely to happen based on an obligation to buy with a loan. So they'd loan him to us for this season, and then there'd be an obligation to buy at the end of the season for 22 to 26 million pounds. Now, that fee sounds reasonable. It sounds more like what I was expecting to pay for Amrabat. I think anything less than that would have been an absolute bargain, but I would 100% go and get this deal done now. Give him the loan for one season, and then with that obligation at the end of it, at least then Fiorentina know that they're guaranteed money. That then helps us with our financial fair play issues, because we're not then having to spend any money on him this year. We cover his wages at Fiorentina, which are about £30,000 a week, which is an absolute drop in the ocean compared to some of our other players. So get him for one season, bring him in now on loan, and then we give Fiorentina the money next year. I have no issue with that whatsoever. I still am a little bit confused as to why we can only do that deal if we get Sergio Reguilon, though. I don't really get that. If we're loaning him and then having to pay the money next year, why can we not get Cucurella? I get it if we're buying Amrabat right now. If we're going to give them 15, 20 million now, then obviously, yeah, I get that. But it doesn't really make sense to say, right, they're going for Reguilon because they want to buy Amrabat. But we're not going to buy Amrabat. We're going to loan him. So I don't know. That's the bit which I don't really understand. But do let me know what you think about this Amrabat situation. Would you be happy with a loan with an obligation to buy, or would you prefer it for Manchester United to just try and pull their resources together and try and bring him in immediately? We've got a bit of news on Hannibal to bring you as well really quickly. So Hannibal Mejbri, this is coming out from a journalist in the UK this afternoon, saying that Hannibal now plans to stay at Manchester United and fight for his place following further talks with Erik ten Hag. He has received offers from Sevilla, Anderlecht and several other English clubs, but ten Hag considers he can have an impact on the squad. And I think that's the right decision. I think Hannibal Mejbri is one of those people who could break into the squad in the next couple of years, and I see no reason to loan him out if he's then just going to, probably not even get that much game time for Sevilla. He'll probably sit on their bench. Like, it's completely pointless. So I think that's the right decision. But do let me know in the comment section of what you think about Hannibal Mejbri. Do you think that's the right decision, or do you think we should have loaned him out? We've got a bit of news on some other of our youth players as well really quickly. It looks like right back Marc Gerardo is going to leave on a permanent deal to a Spanish club. It hasn't been confirmed which one yet. He obviously joined from Barcelona's youth academy about 2 or 3 years ago, but it does look like he will now be leaving. He is one of those people who was tipped to be someone who would break into the team in the next couple of years. It obviously hasn't happened, so it does look like he is now leaving on a permanent basis. Likewise with Mengi, Tedon Mengi, the centre-back, is also leaving on a permanent basis. It looks like he's going to be going to Luton Town, and it looks like Charlie McNeil is going to be going out on loan as well to a club in the Championship. Let me know what your thoughts are about the left-back situation, though. Please let me know in the comments, and please let me know what you think about Sofyan Amrabat. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Daily Red Devil. Please do smash a like on the video and subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you all later.